everyone, this is Ayumi Henderson from Little Trainer, and I would like to actually start making a series of kids, maybe daycare type of video, because I know I'm making a video for adult and any age, but yoga video or self-defense. And I'm, by the way, Ayumi Henderson, and in the YouTube channel, my name is Little Trainer. I am a massage therapist in California and self-defense instructor. I just kind of really started teaching, so I don't have any studio or anything, but which it works out, right? Nobody's gonna go out right now. And also, I am a teacher, a preschool teacher, and not the main teacher, but assistant. I've been working for probably like 3 years, and then I just start working. But every place is closed right now. So I just thought about not only making a video for adult, but why not for kids, right? So let me just sit down and talk about it. So the kids, the certain thing, they can't really do so much self-defense because first of all, they're small, and someone who's trying to kidnap the kids, or trying to do something, there's really strange, weird people out there, so you really have to be, parents have to be aware of also. So I'm trying to talk about kids' perspective as self-defense, and then the grown-ups as a parent's perspective. I do like to talk both sides. And my background, I have Taekwondo training for 4.5 years, and Hapkido, which is that's a Korean martial art. And within Taekwondo, you were supposed to learn it. Sometimes some studio or dojo they don't teach, but I was luckily learned that. So Hapkido from Korean self-defense, and I have trained 1 year for Aikido and Jiu-Jitsu, and that's from Japan, Japanese martial art, and Eskrima from Filipino martial art with the sticks and some knife drill and even like gun drill. I'm not really fond of the gun stuff, but of course sometimes it's necessary as self-defense. So that's my background, and then I have training for boxing for 5 years and then kickboxing. And currently, I actually, as a self-defense instructor, you still have to do, training. You can't be just stopping. So for me, my secret training I'm getting is Indonesian martial art. I have the teacher, and it's called silat. It's similar to Filipino martial art. And then in a continuity, Eskrima Filipino martial art, or Kali, and JKD, which is Bruce Lee style Chinese martial art. So basically that's a lot. Not a lot of people know what's going on, but I just want to kind of give you an idea that I'm just not just talking to you and I don't know about anything. A lot of training I have done, so I'm not in the dojo currently because I think as far as you learn a certain level and you can still training by yourself or maybe certain people. You don't have to be in like a association group, I guess. So I'm not really fond of being in a dojo. I'm just saying that a lot of dojos, awesome master and grandmaster I met too, but there's a certain things I don't like. So that's my philosophy as kind of Bruce Lee style. He was like built for just the holding the pants. I'm not trying to be really bashing anything because there's a great master and grandmaster I met too. But some places it's not like that. They might saying, but someone trying to attack you in the street, you're not gonna be telling them, oh, I'm actually going to do an Aikido, or what kind of belt I have blue belt. Like, you don't do that. So I stopped at the blue belt with the stripe, black stripe. But I was so comfortable to left because I knew I'm gonna grow more than just stay in that little boxes. So that's enough for my background. If this is a grown-ups teaching video, it's going to be super different. But first of all, if their kids are little, maybe till elementary school, maybe 5th, 6th grade, it will be a little bit different, the teaching. But if they're really little kids, like toddler to preschooler to pre-K, maybe that's what I'm going to talk about. So I have a maybe like 6 years old girl that I was teaching a little bit, and then we have to stop. But first thing, your voice. Okay, even the grown-ups in my my students, and I was very shy as well. I can't scream. I can't even say 1, 2. Like I was super shy because like I don't know you guys, but that's the whole point. The person who is gonna attack you is not gonna be maybe if you grown-ups like grown-ups adult, there's someone who put hands on you and then do something. Domestic violence most of the time they are almost 70 some percent are the person you already know. But for the kids, if that's a molested, somebody trying to do something to kids, like sexual wise or whatever, yes, that will be probably the someone you already know. But if someone from outside they're trying to kidnap you or something, and that's totally different story. So I was telling my little student, if somebody come to you, hey, this is a candy, you want this candy? Are you hungry? Even though those people use this phrase to high school kids, because my kids are 2 boys are a teenager and they're always hungry. So if someone offering you the food, they want to go, but that's how they already know what you want, right? So she was like, no, I'm not gonna take it. Okay, and what if that guys grab your wrist and what do? And he's like, let me go. But her voice was very still small. Of course, that's really first time for her to even think about it. So we have to really make that explanation to your children is important. If they don't have any information beforehand, of course, there's no way for them to do that, to react like that. So first, your vocal, your voice. Stranger danger! Stranger danger! It's really loud as much as can. The kids have to scream. And it depends on the situation. They grab you from back, and I'm probably going to do more, but I don't have no kids here, so I just gonna imagination and talk about it. So someone hold hands, and first of all you're gonna do is screaming, like help, help, stranger danger, stranger danger. And sometimes if you have to, you can't play around with this thing. But if it's super super danger, and then you can say fire, fire, and then someone's gonna come out if it's just a residency area. And as much as the power you use, stamp someone's foot or screaming, and then if the person's grip is a little bit less, and what you're gonna do is most of the times kicks will be good. Stamp someone's foot. If I'm a little kid, like stamp it, okay, and don't pull. When someone trying to pull you, and if you pull, what's gonna happen is because that person's have more grip, more power, and it's gonna hurt you. So you're not going there, like you feel like you don't want to go to the person, but you kind of get close a little bit. So more you get close to the opponent or attacker, you close to stop their foot, right? And then kicks, of course you have to practice the kick. But if you learn how to kick, the push kicks, it's gonna be like, if I'm a little kid, it's gonna be like this. Okay, snap. You hit by the ball of your foot, but because of you going to aim to someone's knee, so it's gonna be angles like that. And push it, use your cord to push it, and then take it out. As far as right now, I don't think the little kids can probably do that, but that's the mindset too. If you practice every day, too, with the pillow, I'm probably gonna be having kids from somewhere practice. It's a necessary, and you can do that. You can do that because 13 pounds of pressure within a square foot, you can break someone's knee. So that's why when we practice the push kick, we have to be careful to let the person know push higher the knee area, because if you have a shield holding, but if you didn't tell the student, sometimes you can really hurt someone's knee. But that's because of that. So you can really aim, or you can do a side kick. You can go really lower. If the person's let go of their hands, you can do round kick really hard to the knee, or the side. Just push it like that. And it's always don't turn your back to the opponent. You're always looking, sliding down, and then you run. So most important thing is voice, and then screaming, stranger, danger. If you have to fire, at that point, who care, okay? You cannot play around saying that, but, and then you kick, you have to kick the knee, lower leg, because most of the time, the big person, it's harder for them to go down, okay? So then, turn around, be careful, turn around, and run. That's the best self-defense. And we have soft skill and a hard skill, which what that means is soft skill is, like I said, if somebody ask you, you want candy, and that person's you don't know, and or I remember my kids had this candy, and I was with him in the bookstore, and I say you cannot eat right now to my son, and you know what, kids are smart, so he went to these people in the store asking this person to open up the candy. What the heck, right? So basically, you really have to teach your kids as a beforehand information. You're not supposed to do this. If you kids, you listening to me right now, you go to the grocery store, you stick with your parents, please. Don't go to explore every places and then you lost. You can't find your mom and dad, and next you know there's a stranger. So those are soft skills that you don't need to use actual self-defense or running or using a voice. Those are soft skills. And the hard skills are one that you actually really kick, okay, and stop their foot. Running, that's the hard skill. As a toddler or preschool kid, they really can't do so much. But those are most of the soft skill part, the information beforehand, aware of your surrounding, those are really save your kids' life. So please, parents, talk about it, because if they already know those things when they're young age, sure enough, when they grown up, they're going to be aware of their surrounding. My two sons, they used to listen to music, and they have big afro. I was calling him one time from across from the street. He came out from the bus, screaming his name. He can't hear. Okay, that means if someone come behind him, and trying to maybe do something to him or hit him, he's not gonna ever know that. So I was telling him at least to take off your earphone, one ear's off, and put your hair as ponytail or something. I know it's the fashion, but those are the time that you're vulnerable. When you're trying to get in a car, when you have a lot of grocery, mom and dad, and that's the time people attack you. So yeah,